All right, so I want to do a live broadcast about this live between me and West African Doll. Unfortunately, the audio that me and her did the live didn't work, so I'm just going to narrate what this live was about. As you can see, me and West African Doll are talking. We were basically just talking about the issues in the black community and how dark skinned people are mistreated and in Western culture. This is a subject that people act as if it doesn't exist, and these are just agent people that act like dark skin versus light skin doesn't exist. This is a reality. Even in slavery days, you had dark skinned people in the field and the light skinned people in the house. So that right there already tells you the hatred that the Europeans had for the darker skinned black people. And we were just talking about like how dark skinned people get dirty looks in public, like when you're in public and stuff like that, how they give you these dirty looks, or, like when you were growing up as a kid and, people would tease you and call you dark this and black that. And, oh, she ugly because she black as shit. Or, oh, he ugly. Look at that ugly, dark ass. Like, these are things that I have heard other black people say. So we're not going to sit up here and act like ain't no light skinned motherfucker ever disrespect a dark skinned motherfucker before. That's what we not going to do, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like my channel, is because I tell the truth. See, here in society, we have a lot of people that like to ignore the issues of what's really going on. And they will paint a narrative like everything is just okay. But me, on the other hand, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to expose the issues and the mistreatment of darker skinned black people and darker skinned women and darker skinned men in society. And I'm going to continue to bring it to the forefront. And, it was just an honor having West African Doll, on the live stream. I enjoyed the live stream so much that even though the audio didn't work, I don't know. And that could have been some, gang stalking, hate and stuff for real. You know what I'm saying? As far as the audio not working, they probably mad because I was able to, get in touch with a celebrity, because West African Doll is a very respected black woman in the community. And she was on Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out series. And she's making moves. She has a couple skits with Michael Blackston. I'm a fan of Michael Blackston. I like what he does as well. So, me and West African Doll, we were just basically going in. I mean, as you can see, this video was pretty long. And yeah, I just feel like people need to stop disrespecting dark skinned people, man, and making certain looks, because all you're doing is creating more negative energy in society and creating more division when you express your hatred. Because really all it is ego. See, there's a difference between ego and confidence. See, I have confidence, and a lot of my haters, they mistake confidence for ego. You know what I'm saying? But people that are racist and talk about these type of dark light skin, these are just division devils. And when I speak about light skin versus dark skin, I'm speaking about the mistreatment of dark skinned people in society. Like, for example, there's been times where I would walk down the street and it could be like 5 white people, and I'll walk past them, and what they'll do is they'll look at each other and then start laughing and then walk past me or something. So you got to understand how this matrix works. We don't live in a world where people will express how they feel about you to your face. People will make faces, they'll do gestures, hand signals. It's all psychological, right? So let's say I walk past a white supremacist. He's not going to call me a nigger to my face, but there is a certain face that he will make towards me to show me that he doesn't like me. You understand what I'm saying? So that is the type of games that are being played here in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we talk about gang stalking, right? If you think about it, dark-skinned people been getting gang stalked. If you're in a classroom and you got a whole bunch of people in your class teasing you because you're dark-skinned, that's gang stalking. That is a group of kids teaming up against one other kid because he is a different complexion, and they are teaming up on him and making fun of him or her. That is gang stalking. That is psychological gang stalking, right? And the more educated you are, the more people have to flee away from you, because most people don't like to be around people that are educated and study this type of stuff and look this type of stuff up. There's a brother by the name of Dr. Umar Johnson, and he was talking about something called light skin supremacy. You know how you got the KKK and you have white supremacy? You have something called light skin supremacy, where you'll have the lighter skinned black people mistreating the darker skinned black people. This is something that is real. This is something that exists. And let me just say this for the record. I don't hate white people and I don't hate light-skinned people, but I will expose the stiff-necked, lighter-skinned people who look down on the dark-ass people. I will expose y'all, okay? And that's just what it is. So when I'm speaking about light skin versus dark skin, I'm not saying that, oh, all light skinned people hate all dark skinned people. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have a collective, okay? You have a collective of lighter skinned people out here and white supremacists who mistreat the darker skinned people. And a lot of, in real talk, some of you light-skinned people should just join the KKK, man. Because I've seen lighter-skinned people who hate dark-skinned people more than some of the white supremacists. You know what I'm saying? Because when your third eye is open, like me, you can see shit for what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can see shit for what it is. And you know, black people, we just got to wake up, and we got to stop the madness. We got to stop the colorism. You know, we got to stop hating each other over skin tone and, you know, different skin complexions and stuff like that, because that's just another agenda, you know, that's being used to destroy us. You know what I mean? And if it don't change now, it will never change. I just want y'all to know that if we don't come together right now and do something about the issues within the black community pertaining light skin versus dark skin, it's going to continue, because then we're going to have kids, and those kids are going to grow up and do the same exact shit that their forefathers were doing. So this type of ignorance and this type of mental illness, because that's what it is, light skin versus dark skin, that's just the Willie Lynch letter. That's just mental illness. You know, East versus the West, North versus South, tall versus short, fat versus skinny, this hood versus that hood. It's just all mental illness, man. And but yeah, it was good having West African Doll on this live, man. And thanks for watching.